Hey.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited. Now gonna get to clapping. Now pop it for a player, pop it for me.
What?
Turn around and drop it for a player, drop it for me.
And what?
What's up, Bomb Squad? This your girl, Lisa.
And DC Kool-Aid.
And we're back with another
Video. It's another video, y'all.
This is a reaction video.
It's not a reaction video, it's a review.
It is. Oh, this is a review?
A review.
I don't know shit.
Review.
Oh, you know what? Reaction is when we watching it, right?
Yeah. Anyway, this is Married at First Sight. What y'all think?
The newest episode from Wednesday.
This is episode 7. So, what do y'all think about Chris and Paige?
Normally, I am not a party to the review / what's the thing called? Reaction.
Review?
No, I said normally I don't be on the review reaction things. No, that's your thing.
Okay.
However,
We want to do it different this time.
this show will give me an aneurysm.
That's the dog.
First of all, let me start by saying I appreciate the doctorate degrees and the various certifications and classes that each one of the experts have attained. Thank you for your service. However, I don't know what book they was looking in this season. I don't know if you know, sort of like the new math, it's some new psychiatry or psychology. I don't know. That's backwards. Not one couple. It's like they blindfolded themselves, stuck pictures on the wall, and was throwing darts like at the fair.
Okay.
And then they bust one damn balloon.
So they just put
the
people together.
The people, they didn't even put the darts in. This just the darts that landed by the picture. They couldn't even hit the picture.
All right, so
let's not start with Paige and Chris, because Paige and Chris are the worst.
All right, well,
I have never watched it. I have never fully watched the whole season. I'll piecemeal it with her. Like, she'll watch it and I'll watch it because I don't feel like putting on my headphones, or I'll catch it and I don't, none of them. So we said we're gonna watch. This was gonna be one of the shows we watch together. But I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end.
Let's start off with Vincent and Brianna. Brianna?
That's his name?
Yeah, Vincent and Brianna.
He's a soft-spoken man. He doesn't know how to articulate his feelings well.
But
and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that these people don't know each other.
So what happened in the episode, we gonna focus on the episode.
That's what I'm saying. You have to kind of get a little backstory.
Yeah,
so,
but see, they know the backstory, baby, because they've been watching it.
But still,
they were fine. Hold on, wait a minute. They were fine when they went to the apartment.
Because
then
no, they weren't fine at the apartment. As soon as they got into the apartment, apartment, she was like, she was not because
rude, but
she just. Here's the thing, the little things that she says, you say to somebody you've known.
She say things that hurt his feelings,
and she doesn't understand that they hurt his feelings because they don't know each other. So she doesn't know what his buttons are. She doesn't know what sets him off. She doesn't know his backstory. She don't know if maybe that's how his mama used to treat him, or his sister used to treat him, or hell, an ex used to treat him.
Right.
She doesn't know any of that.
So she say little things.
So they put somebody like her, slick mouth,
there you go,
with somebody like him, quiet. And they want these two people to learn each other on top of their marriage, which is, I guess, the ultimate goal is to have a happy marriage on Married at First Sight.
Right.
But she got a slick mouth, and every day she gets a little uglier.
Yep.
Because her personality is coming out. Because that honeymoon personality.
I guess the dog got something to say. You got something to say, Calvin? You just don't want to watch that show. Yeah, but that is just...
The honeymoon having fun in Vegas personality is different than the day-to-day pay the bills, walk the dog personality.
Yeah, but see, when he popped that bottle, you know, champagne, they woke up in the house.
And it's splashed
on the floor, on the wall, on the floor, and then on him. And she's like...
But I'm not trying to be funny. And even if I didn't know you, see, they're a little personality cute. Even if I met you like that, and you splashed some on your shirt, oh baby, let me get you a towel. I would have did that with one of y'all. So the fact that her first response was to say something slick when he done already told you in his own way.
She called him Vinny.
He already told you in his own way, I don't tolerate disrespect of any kind at all. He has said that. That's the one thing he said over and over. He does not tolerate disrespect. And the first thing she does is to see just how slick her mouth can be. Look good, you ain't cute enough to have a slick mouth. I'm sorry. Some things, it's just like anything else. You got to have a backup plan if you got a messed up personality.
Yeah. But then here you go with, what's her name? Oh my gosh. I know they name. Virginia and Eric. Man.
You gonna talk about that?
I don't know if he just, I don't know. I think he just enjoying the moment.
He is he is an adult. Some people mature at different levels. He is an adult. He has had serious relationships. He has lived with someone.
Right.
He has a grown-up adult job and he does grown-up adult things. She is a child. She is 26, but she's acting like she's 18. She says to her husband, now, here's the thing. You go on the show knowing that you're about to be legally married to somebody.
Right.
And here again, this entire cast, I fought the experts. And I'm sorry. That's just like saying you're experts in demons. I'm going to say that all the time.
Okay, but we're going to focus on last night.
No, last night sucked. Last night was stupid because the little girl sitting up there telling Pastor, whatever his name is.
Pastor Cal?
I don't know what his name is. Well, you know, I go out on the weekend and get drunk, and sometimes I pass out on my best friend's couch, my guy best friend's couch. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not. This all comes down to why would you put this child with this grown man who's on his old man? And he's just not a grown man. He's an old man, and he has very strict values and he has very strict things that he wants done. He's very regimented when it comes to that. So they could have put him with a grown-up woman who's a little free-spirited, but not with a child who still thinks that it's okay
to go out and party.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leave your husband at home.
But the pastor, he was saying to her, you know, he got a wife and he couldn't.
He doesn't understand. She doesn't understand why her husband said, text me when you get there and just let me know you okay. Be safe. Yeah. She's like, who says be safe? That's my daddy.
She sure did say that.
That's another wrong situation. And because they have this physical chemistry, because this older man is attracted to a younger woman, which is damn near every midlife crisis dream, he thinks they have some kind of lasting connection. No, she wants to get drunk from Thursday to
whatever day
Sunday.
When I
was in my 20s, that's what I wanted to do. But guess what I didn't have? I didn't have a wife. I didn't have a husband. I didn't have no kids. Yeah. So if I wanted to get drunk from Monday to Monday, I could do that.
I don't think they're going to last.
None of them should last.
They're not going to last. And then here we go with...
All right, let me... I'm just gonna skip past that bullshit. That's Paige and Chris. We're gonna go to Clara and Ryan now.
Clara and Ryan. Last night. Let's see what happened. Clara and Ryan. I think they're gonna make it. But at the end, when they were talking, you know, to the expert at the end, when he said something about there are gonna be times when you don't agree. You know what I'm saying?
That's just the editing on the show. I mean, that's just reality. And nobody agrees 100% of the time.
Right.
Even twins who were raised in the same sack in the womb don't agree 100% of the time. So nobody's going to agree 100% of the time. That's just reality. But the way they cut the show, the way they edit it, the way they play the music is just like any other scripted TV show.
Yeah,
make
but
you go dun dun dun.
yeah, because they just went to his house. She was looking in his drawers and stuff, how he had his stuff just thrown in there. And then when they went to her house, everything was neat. And then she was like, well, if you wash and you wash the clothes and dry them, I'll fold them and put them away. So he was kind of, I think they're going to work out. They're going to work out.
Here's the thing. I mean,
we just basically
they're fine. They're fine. I mean, I don't have any issues with them. She wants love. He's never said the word "I love you" to anybody.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the one that didn't say.
So yeah, so she's looking for love. She actively looks for love.
She said last night though. She said she's in love with him or something. No. She said
she's in love with love. She said she's in love with love. She's actively looking for love. She said, I fall in love all the time. That's what she said. She said, I fall in love all the time. And he's never told anyone he loved them. So the doctor had to explain that love is just not a word.
Right.
So I don't have any issues with them. I mean, she's needy, and it's just going to depend upon how long he can tolerate that. Again, I say a lot of these issues come around because they don't know each other. These are total strangers, and that's they like to say we're total strangers.
Haley and Jacob. Last night, they went to the apartment and they slept in separate beds last night.
They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk to each other. He don't know how to talk to her. She don't know how to talk to him. They're not saying what's on their mind. They're saying what they think people want to hear. Yeah. She's not attracted to him. He is attracted to her, but I don't think he likes her. And she doesn't like him. You remember in the beginning when I kept telling you the little drunk one, you kept talking about the little girl? I said, no. She had to drink out of her dad's flask to even marry somebody. So I don't even understand.
What's
yeah, Haley. I don't even understand. If you know you're going on here and you got to get drunk to marry somebody, you might want to just go on eHarmony.
Yeah, but last night, they tried to act like they was trying to, I guess, get with each other, to make each other, I guess.
No, they didn't do that. He apologized because he went out of the way with what he said, but he apologized and she doesn't think she did anything
He
wrong.
wants to live in the 80s, y'all. If y'all see, he had neons and old 80s. Y'all remember the Member Only jacket? He was living in the 80s. No, he's not. He's living in the 80s. So when she would say something, he get caught in his feelings when she say something about him living in the 80s. Everything he had was like 80s look. So then when he went to her house, what did he do? When he pulled out the flower and she said, "Oh, that's my mom's."
No. Yeah, he pulled out the thing and called her clothes Karen.
Yeah.
And he said, well, everybody got a little Karen in them when they get older. Again, none of this, I mean, I'm not going into these little bitty things like that because they don't know each other. So all of this would be like, he likes 80s, he's an 80s kid. Mm-hmm. So she would have dated him and found out that he likes 80s memorabilia, he likes 80s movies, he likes 80s clothes, and he likes neon. Right. So if you date somebody, then you know that. And if you know that you don't want to be with somebody who got neon on the wall, guess what you do? You go to the dude that don't got neon on the wall.
Yeah, his house.
Each and every one of these problems on each and every one of these couples is caused because they do not know each other. Period. End of discussion. And then you put on top of not knowing each other, you put on there trying to make a marriage work. They so excited about buying a dress and taking the pretty wedding pictures and having this wedding that they don't understand that means nothing. That's a party.
So hold on, let's go on to the last people. Chris and Paige. How that went last night.
It didn't even go because they were not on the show.
No, they were not on the show, but we saw last night the phone call from Paige. When the quiet one.
Never pissed the quiet ones off because they the ones that know.
She cussed his. Oh, she was cussing, boy. They had to bleep just about everything, you know. Put her in a situation, you know, this and that. And so it was to the point where the expert was like, you know what? They normally try to make this work. And then here, who comes walking in?
No, she wasn't cussing on. She cussed on
No,
the phone.
I'm just saying.
She told. I don't think they. I think they're compartmentalized. I mean, I don't know because I really don't know the backstory to the show. I think they're compartmentalized in the show to where the producers knew what Paige said on the phone last night,
right.
But I don't think the experts knew exactly to the extent of what Chris had done. Right. They knew what he'd done because we're seeing the show. This show is not in real time. So all of this has already happened. So once we saw the show, then the experts could post, because each expert has posted how they were appalled and flabbergasted and they didn't understand, and they do such a good job of vetting all of the people, and they don't understand how Chris slipped through the cracks, whatever they said, stupid shit. And then, you know, they had to retract their Twitter posts and all the stuff they put out there because they can't say that against the show they own. But the reality is,
I mean,
this little boy came on there saying, I don't like, his first words to his new wife that he just met 13 seconds ago was, "Are you on contraception?"
But the thing was, last night, when the expert asked, did you have sex the day after, and then during, and she said, yeah. And she said, the only reason she said yeah was because she wanted her husband to feel like, you know,
the covenant of our marriage. This is not a marriage. Stop using the religious terms to sit up there and justify you had sex on the first date. Don't use religious terms to justify that. He was legally your husband, but y'all weren't in a marriage. You didn't know him.
And then, hold on, then he walks in, he walks in. Did he have a smirk on his face though?
He always looked like that.
He walked in with
his
like
face always.
They wasn't expecting him to come in because he wasn't there, because he supposed to had took a flight out to.
No, he came back. That was them talking. Okay, the episode went initially. Initially, they came. I'm thinking, man.
You was about to go out. You about to
No, I don't know. Initially, they came on the plane coming from the
honeymoon
to the Gather house. He booked a flight to Chicago to go see his baby mama / ex-fiance / the woman he's still in love with. So he did all that and told her that on the flight. So she comes in and she's very quiet and she's like, well, I'm gonna give him this time, you know, and everything. So she comes back from
the honeymoon,
Las Vegas to Atlanta by herself. She stays in the Together home by herself.
Right.
So she gets a call from Chris. Chris is here. He was only in Chicago a couple of days.
Okay. So
he's here, but he told the producers, turn off the cameras. I don't want to record this. That's when he tells her what he tells her. Mm-hmm. Turn off the mics. He's in there talking about, I just want to be 100, and I just want to do, you know, I don't want it to seem any kind of way. And then they turn the mics off. Then he tells her that he's still in love with his baby mama. He's going to make it work. Dum, dum, dum. She calls the producers. That's when she cusses. The next day, they have the sit down with the pastor. Pastor in there, he's talking to her. She's going into how his ex is 6 weeks pregnant. Mm-hmm. And that is another light on what kind of person he is. He's in the process of the show. He applied for the show, got accepted on the show, went through the background on the show. That takes months, not 6 weeks. So he's doing all that knowing that at the end of this process, he is going to be married. So what does he do? He says that my ex lost her father. I went out there to support her and we had sex, and that's when she got pregnant. Let me tell y'all something. To anybody who's been pregnant before, that first time, you don't really notice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't really notice. You got kids. You know when your body get. You know what I'm saying? You can tell.
Basically.
Very few people go to the. And she had to be less than 6 weeks pregnant when she found out, because she didn't tell him right when she found out. So this all is blowing me, because I'm thinking she probably more than 6 weeks pregnant. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking they probably knew all this and thought they could figure it out. And this was going to be a good story, and everybody going to do what we doing. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be talking about Chris and Paige.
But you know what's crazy? I keep saying, what if she's not pregnant?
Who cares?
Or what if she is pregnant by somebody else?
But who cares? Chris, here's the thing. It doesn't matter. The baby is the least of their problems.
Maybe she's saying that so he could leave that girl.
The baby is the least of the problems. The problem is Chris should never been on the show, and Paige should never been on the show. And I'm going to tell you why. I think these are just my opinions. No one else's. Not even my baby's. These are just mine. I don't think either one of them should have been on the show. She is this and this and this. He is, well, I'm First of all, he didn't act. He acted like it was the Chris show.
Right.
It's the Chris show. I can do what I want to do. Are you on contraception?
That's crazy.
So she hears that, and the first thing she does is have unprotected sex with somebody she met 20 minutes ago on the first night. And he proceeds to tell her right after that, I'm not attracted to you. And then she continues to have sex with him because it's a part of the covenant. This is what God did not tell anybody to get married at first sight.
I mean, some people get married.
Even arranged marriages. Even arranged marriages.
Some people get married after 3 weeks.
And guess what?
They done got to know each other in 3 weeks.
They don't work.
Yeah.
They don't work out. I know, and you know, people that go from nothing to everything in the blink of an eye very seldom work out. And if they do work out, they have so many hard years in front in the beginning of their relationship when it's supposed to be awesome that they don't have any good memories to look back on, because they spent the first honeymoon period trying to figure out if I like the way he chew, or do I like how she squeezed the toothpaste, or ooh, I don't like the way you dress, or your breath stink. Any of that. All that comes from that process. So on the first meeting of your new husband, are you on contraception? Doom, let's do it. And I don't like how you look. Because basically what he told her is that I'm not attracted to somebody who looked like you. Because he didn't know her. Because he couldn't say he wasn't attracted to her personality.
But my thing is,
wasn't attracted to this. He wasn't attracted to her physically.
But it all started.
Paige is fine. I'm gonna have to say that.
But the thing about the whole situation is, after watching it, it's like he's saying he's still in love with his fiance. And I feel like if you still in love with your fiance from when you went to the funeral or the cousin or whatever, and you had sex with her and you were still having feelings, you shouldn't even went on the show, period.
He had just broke up with her. Here's the thing. Every time you hear a little piece of the backstory with Chris, you're confused.
He keep like last night, because it was like he in the middle of this show going off last night. What'd he do?
So he whispered to her. I don't know why the hell he think couldn't nobody hear him on the microphone. It's right there. Or that she wasn't gonna say it. He said, I'm just scared of falling in love with you. No. Chris wants to be the center of attention. He wants everybody paying attention to him, and he doesn't care whether it's good attention or bad attention. Paige is so ready to be somebody's godly wife that she is not being a person. She is so ready to be somebody's godly wife.
And then she was like, is this really happening?
That instead of being somebody's godly girlfriend and then godly fiance, she skipped all the pieces to make it a good, godly, God-fearing marriage. And now she's stuck with, I'm an ordained minister, but I'm going to have sex with you, but I don't like you. and I'm gonna keep having sex with you, but I don't like you. Oh, but now I feel myself falling in love with you because of how you got my back. Oh, but now somebody pregnant, and now I'm standoffish, and now I got an attitude with everybody, and now we on the way home, and I gotta take some time alone.
Yeah, because the pastor was asking her, is she sure she not pregnant?
Oh, my period just came on. Trust me. That don't matter.
All right, guys. We going to close this out for the next one.
And the reality is all jokes aside, after the third time, actually after the first time they had sex and he said I want to attract her, whatever Chris do to her it's her fault. It is her fault. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't like you, but I want to have sex with you. I don't like you, but we gonna try. I don't like you, but you my wife. I don't like you, but my ex is pregnant. I don't like you, but I'm in love with my ex. But I'm scared of falling in love with you. Just
make sure y'all hit that like button,
comment,
share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. Anyway,
miss all the episodes because it'll mess with your IQ.
This is DC Kool-Aid
and Lisa,
and we out. Peace.
Yeah. DC Kool-Aid and Lisa doing challenge on your head top. Yeah, you know what's happening when you tune in. Story times, pranks, and blogging, man. We a great big family, we the bomb squad. We on that grind to a number with a K, best believe you'll stay. You can chill with the fam like most of y'all do. DC Kool-Aid, Lisa, and Nick too. With Charles and Barbie living that YouTube life. We love our fans and supporters, we a family, dude. So come on down to Bomb Squad Town. Have a seat watching videos. And nobody likes to hate. Keep it positive and have a nice day. Oh, I forgot. Smash that like button. Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad. Hey!